Hey everyone, Ryan Desh here, broker and owner of R&K Real Estate Solutions in Lawrence, Kansas. And a warm welcome to today's video. The topic of today's video is what else makes a good agent? What else makes a good realtor? And I think sure everyone would agree that a good realtor is somebody who has experience in the industry. Most likely not somebody who's just been a realtor for a few months or a year or even two. Somebody who knows the local market very well. I emphasize the word local with that. An agent who's possibly got designations. An agent who is a broker, perhaps. And if you are not familiar with the way that the whole system works, you've got the Kansas Real Estate Commission, then you've got the supervising broker, and then you've got the realtors, real estate agents, and then you've got the public. So that's sort of like the triangle structure that we've got. So as you can see by that, brokers are one step above real estate agents. And yours truly, I, of course, am a broker and have been for a number of years now. But even going further, an agent who connects with you, one who you feel has time to devote to you. You might not want the busiest agent in town. You certainly don't want the least busy agent in town, but you might not want the busiest agent either. You want somebody who's going to connect with you and devote time to you. And I think that's really important to look for. And one that just has a personal connection, one you feel good and connected to, and not somebody that's just you should know within the first couple of minutes of talking with somebody whether or not you're going to be a good fit. So all that kind of stuff factors into it. I think other things are like, does the realtor, are they active with their association? Have they ever been involved in leadership? Do they sit on committees? Do they care about their association? Do they do things to make the MLS culture that you're listing, or if you're a buyer, you're going to be using that MLS. They're going to be using that MLS to find you a home. What are they doing to make that a better environment for the public? And okay, so those are all good things, but what else? Well, first thing I would say is something to look for. What else makes a good realtor is somebody who isn't just a real estate robot. Someone that obviously has a life, someone who has perhaps a family, as big or as small as that might be, interests of their own. Somebody who's a whole person, not somebody who's just looking for real estate commissions, or just does nothing but live and breathe real estate. That's not very exciting. And I hope, I hope and I know that, the people that I use, financial advisors and accountants, I know that that's not the entirety of their person. Though I know, every industry is going to have those people in it that's just like, that defines who they are. And I think that it's an important thing to look for somebody who, again, is just a whole person. And as I go here, and I'll preface what I am saying. These are all personal opinions. This is just advice. So that's all this is. Nobody should get upset with what I'm saying here. This is all just personal opinion, and that is important coming into this next one. I think what else makes a good realtor is somebody who values health and well-being. And I think this cannot be overstated. And why? Because it's healthy. I'm not going to list all of the things I do, but I think somebody who values health. You can't be healthy if you're working 16 hours a day, getting 4 hours of sleep, and just hitting the drive-through for all your meals because you don't have time to sit down and make a meal. That's not healthy. That's not sustainable. And those kinds of things add up over time, and have effects on physical health and mental health, and all those things are created. Some of the things I do to take care of myself, and I do all these things because I say that if I don't do the things, then I'm not all that I can be. That is true for my professional life. That is true for me being a father to four young children. If I don't do the things to take care of myself, then I cannot be there 100% for them and 100% for my business. And so these things are critical for me. I notice that when I don't do these things, I tend to slip. And some of these things are, I eat real food, low sugar, low carb as much as I can help it. Uh, Not a lot of processed, ultra processed foods. These things are terrible for you. And I used to eat a lot of them. When I was not married, when I was younger, and I used to get this afternoon fog, and I want to go take a nap after I had lunch. And it just felt terrible. I felt terrible all the time. I went, why? Why do I feel terrible? Why can't I concentrate on my work after I go back from lunch? Well, I mean, years and years of lessons learned. This was a change that I made, and I don't get afternoon fogginess anymore. I don't eat food and then go feel like I need to take a nap. Those days are gone. I am energized in the afternoon, as energized in the afternoon and the evening as I am in the morning, and that is because I eat real food, I believe. And right on top of that is I exercise, I lift weights, I run, I do cardio, I do bike, and I do it almost every day. Not every day, but almost every day. I do breath work, meditation. This is critical. This is so critical. Mindfulness, meditation, breath work. These things are so important. They're so lost, in our sort of fast paced, go, smartphone, distracted modern culture. And so, focusing on the present moment, the now, these things help me focus on the things that are important, the things I need to focus on that give me vitality and energy to be 100% in my job and make clear and right-headed decisions. Going on, just a few more things. Yoga. That's something I've added fairly recently, and I continue to kind of find benefit in focusing on gratitude. This is so big. You can't be a real estate. You can't, in my opinion, you can't be a good real estate agent and not practice gratitude. It's you have to be grateful for your clients and express that gratitude when you can. You don't want to over express it, but when appropriate. And just expressing gratitude for life, being grateful for being alive, and all that stuff. I also do sauna and extreme cold therapy, cold exposure. I try to minimize as much blue lights. These glasses I'm wearing have blue light filters in them. And I also have a Jew photobiomodulation red light therapy device. And now I'm going down the rabbit hole, and we don't have to go down that too far. And maybe some of these things, and that's just a short list of all the things that I do. But maybe some of these things you're like, that's crazy. That's What difference does that make? Well, fine. I find value in it. I find benefit in it. And so I'm going to do the things again that I find value in and give me empowerment and benefit and allow me to be a good agent. And if I don't do these things, or if I drop too many of them, for any prolonged period of time, I can feel it, and I, then need to readjust and kind of jump back on the horse and get going again. And then real quick, a couple other things. What else makes a good realtor is someone who gives back to their community. This is one of the great reasons why real estate is transacted locally, why your agent should be local. They should live and work in the community in which you're buying or selling, and they should give back to that community. And I served as the inaugural chairperson of the Lawrence Board of Realtors Community Foundation, which was a 501c3 we set up to support housing needs in Lawrence and Douglas County. I've done a lot of volunteering with Family Promise and the Senior Center, and other things like that. It's not just about giving of money. It's time and talent, I think, are even more important. And so that's a huge one for me. That's always been a pillar of my business, is giving back. And another one, and this is kind of the last one I'll touch on, someone who just isn't a sleazy salesperson. I don't know if anyone will necessarily disagree with me on this, but desperation comes through. It's obvious, and realtors who are sleazy salespeople do not do realtors. The reputation of realtors any favors. And who wants a sleazy salesperson for their agent? Nobody I know. Definitely not me. So again, these are all personal opinions of mine. I do tend to get on the soapbox from time to time. This is all advice. This is all personal opinion. And if you disagree, that's perfectly fine. It's a world of over 7 billion people out there, and there's a model for everyone. So hopefully you found this video helpful, and appreciate you tuning in. See you next time.